welcome to the Film Nerds Film Quiz. I'm your host, Emily Slade, the host of the Why This Film podcast, and I bring you quizzes that are a little bit quirky and a little bit different. Grab a pen and paper. There are 8 rounds in total. I will give you 4 rounds and then the answers, and then another 4 rounds and then the answers. Make sure to put your team name and your score in the comments to see if you make that leaderboard. There will be audio and picture rounds, so make sure to pay attention. Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. Round 1 is Lost in Translation. I'm going to give you some foreign movie titles that have been translated back into the English. You just need to tell me what the English film is. Number 1, The Teeth of the Sea. Number 2, Electronic Murderer. Number 3, He's a Ghost. Number 4, Superpower Dare Die Team. Number 5, A Family on the Edge of a Nervous Attack. Number 6, Mysterious Murder in Snowy Cream. Number 7, If You Leave Me, I Delete You. Number 8, Mom, I missed the plane. Number 9, A Twin Seldom Comes Alone. And number 10, Captain Supermarket. So those are all movie titles. From their foreign movie titles, you need to tell me what are those movies in English. Round 2 is Literary Adaptations. It's a picture round. I'm going to disappear and be replaced with pictures of some stills from some movies that have been adapted from books. So you need to tell me what is the original title of the book that these films are adapted from. I'm looking for the official, original book title that these movies have been adapted from. Let's go. So that was your literary adaptation round. We move now on to round 3, which is scene selection. I'm going to give you 3 title chapters of your DVD scene selection. You need to tell me what movie these chapter titles are from. Number 1, Quid Pro Quo, Lotion in the Basket, Deal for Dr. Chilton. If you were flipping through the DVD menu, which movie would give you those chapter titles as an option? Number 2, Bend and Snap, We Need an Alibi, Uncovering Evidence. Number 3, Conditional Surrender, The Pit of Despair, The Queen of Garbage. Number 4, Wrong Number, It's Only Billy, Sydney's Turn. Number 5, Jack's Smirking Revenge, Project Mayhem, Human Sacrifice. Number 6, The Duke's Demand, A Darker Force, Like a Virgin. Number 7, Calling Benedict, Rusty States the Terms, SWAT Team Arrive. Number 8, Pizza Planet, Sid's House, Back at Andy's. Number 9, Easy Andy, Henry Crinkle, You Talkin' to Me. And number 10, Brooks Was Here, A Shipment for Andy, Time Out for Mozart. That was your scene selection round. Round 4, animation is not a genre. It's not. Animation is a means of making a movie. A genre is a type of movie in terms of its themes and stuff. So I'm going to give you 10 animated movies, all with different genres. You need to tell me what the animated movie is. Every answer to every question is an animated movie. Let's go. Number 1, produced by Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass, which 1982 animated fantasy film starred the voice talents of Angela Lansbury, Mia Farrow, Christopher Lee, and Jeff Bridges. Number 2, which 2016 South Korean animated horror zombie film acts as the prequel to the live-action Train to Busan. Number 3, which 1998 animated Dreamworks musical based on the Book of Exodus recently opened on the West End. Number 4, set in Japan, which 1988 Studio Ghibli or Ghibli animation tells the story of 2 siblings and their desperate struggle to survive during the final months of the Second World War. Number 5, the first non-Disney or Pixar film to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Feature since 2006 was a Western starring Johnny Depp as an anthropomorphic chameleon. What was the film? Number 6, widely considered as one of the greatest animated films of all time and incredibly influential to countless filmmakers, which 1995 anime cyberpunk film set in Japan 2029 was remade into a live-action flop in 2017. Number 7, directed by Richard Linklater, which 2006 animated science fiction based on a novel by Philip K. Dick uses interpolated rotoscope. Number 8, presented in the black and white style of the original graphic novel, which 2007 animated autobiographical film follows a young girl as she comes of age against the backdrop of the Iranian Revolution. Number 9. Which animated sports movie from 1996 sees Bill Murray, Patrick Ewing, and Michael Jordan playing themselves? Number 10. The 2004 animated superhero movie that ends with the introduction of the supervillain, the Underminer. That was round 4. Animation is not a genre. So, how are we doing so far? Are we enjoying ourselves? I hope so. Oh God, I really hope so. So we're going to go back through rounds 1 to 4 for your answers. Get your red pens ready and no cheating. Let's go. So your round 1 answers. Your round 1 was Lost in Translation. I gave you some foreign movie titles and I needed you to tell me what the movie was in English. Number 1, The Teeth of the Sea. That's what they call Jaws in France. Number 2, Electronic Murderer. That was The Terminator, according to Poland. Number 3, He's a Ghost. China doesn't care about spoilers. That was The Sixth Sense. Number 4, Superpower Dead-Eye Team was Ghostbusters 2016 in China. Number 5, according to Portugal, a family on the edge of a nervous attack was Little Miss Sunshine. They're not wrong. Number 6, in China, mysterious murder in snowy cream is what we call Fargo. Number 7, If You Leave Me, I Delete You. That was, of course, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind from Italy. Number 8, Mum, I Missed the Plane was Home Alone in France. Number 9, A Twin Seldom Comes Alone. Did you think, oh, what's a movie with a twin in it? Oh, it's The Parent Trap in Germany. And number 10, Captain Supermarket, according to Japan, is Army of Darkness. So that was your Lost in Translation round. So for round 2 was literary adaptations. I asked you, what book was this movie adapted from? I was looking for the original title of the book that movie had been adapted from into a movie. Number 1, that was I, Robot by Isaac Asimov. You do get a bonus point if you put down Hardwired, which was a screen story by Jeff Vintar that was also an inspiration for this movie with Will Smith. Hooray! Number 2, that was The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Number 3, that was Angus, Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging by Louise Renison. Slightly changed the title for the movie. Did you get the correct book title? Number 4, that was The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. Number 5, it's Blade Runner, but the book was called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. Number 6 was Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. Number 7, that was Wild from Lost to Found on the Pacific Crest Trail by Cheryl Strayed. Great book, great movie. I will accept Wild without its little subheading there. Number 8, that was Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levin. Number 9 was Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. And number 10 was Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. So many movies adapted from books. I could have gone on forever. Love it. Round 3 was your scene selection round. I gave you 3 titles of chapter headings from a DVD menu and I needed you to tell me what movie those chapter titles were from. Number 1, that was The Silence of the Lambs. Of course it was. Number 2, Bend and Snap, that was Legally Blonde. Number 3, The Queen of Garbage, that was The Princess Bride. Number 4, Sydney, Billy, it's Scream. Number 5, Project Mayhem, that's Fight Club. Number 6, Like a Virgin, it's Moulin Rouge. Number 7, SWAT Team Arrives, that's Ocean's 11. Number 8, Pizza Planet, it's Toy Story. Number 9, You Talking to Me? Taxi Driver. And number 10, A Shipment for Andy, that was The Shawshank Redemption. That was your scene selection round. Round 4 was your animation is not a genre round. We learnt a lot in this round. Oh, we're learning. Oh, we love learning. Oh, we love animation. Just as much as we love learning. I love animation. Did you get them right though? Do you love animation? Do you truly love animation? Let's find out. Number 1, that 1982 animated fantasy film was The Last Unicorn. Check it out, music by the band America. Number 2, the prequel to The Train to Busan was Seoul Station. Number 3, recently opened on the West End, it's The Prince of Egypt. Number 4, siblings surviving the final months of the Second World War. If it doesn't make you cry, you don't have a soul. It's Grave of the Fireflies. Number 5, that anthropomorphic chameleon voiced by Johnny Depp was Rango. Number 6, the remade live-action flop from one of the greatest animated movies of all time was Ghost in the Shell. Number 7, interpolated rotoscope is when you film something and then you draw animation over the top. It's seen in lots of different movies, most notably Tron, but the one I was looking for, starring Keanu Reeves, was A Scanner Darkly. Number 8, based on the black and white graphic novel set in the Iranian Revolution, it's Persepolis. Number 9, that sports movie starring Bill Murray for some reason, because he was friends with the producer, I guess, Michael Jordan and Patrick Ewing, and Bugs Bunny, it's Space Jam. And number 10, The Underminer can be found in The Incredibles. How did you do? Did you do well? I did well. I love animation. It's great. And it's not a genre. How did you do? Well, happy, challenging, it's meant to be. We move on now to the next 4 rounds, rounds 4 through to 8. Let's go. Round 5 is smashing, which I'm sure you know is the catchphrase of Nigel Thornberry from the Wild Thornberrys, as voiced by Tim Curry. It's a picture round. I'm going to give you lots of different pictures of Tim Curry as different characters over the years. You have to tell me what's the character and what's he from. So who is Tim Curry playing in the picture and what movie does this character appear in? I hope you like Tim Curry as much as I do. Round 6 is your Find the Link round. I'm going to give you 10 questions that you need to answer, preferably correctly, because once you do, you will see a link or a theme connecting all of them. So this is a Find the Link to find an actor. There is one actor who appears in all of the movies that are in these questions, and you just have to tell me who the actor is. So which actor links all of these below movies? Let's go. Number 1. In Edgar Wrights Cornetto Trilogy, which movie is original flavour? Number 2. Which legendary character has been played, among others, by Sean Connery, Kevin Costner and Taron Egerton? Number 3. Widely regarded as some of the greatest and most influential fantasy films ever made, which Peter Jackson directed trilogy was filmed entirely in New Zealand? Number 4. Which movie saw Matt Damon lose 30 pounds and learn to play the piano, and Jude Law gain weight and learn to play the saxophone. Number 5, based on the 1952 novel The Price of Salt, which film sees Rooney Mara play an aspiring photographer. Number 6, a 2003 anthology movie, including shorts entitled Twins, No Problem, and Delirium. Number 7, Scorsese-directed biographical drama about Howard Hughes. Number 8, in the 2008 Studio Ghibli film, what is the titular fish princess Brunhilde more commonly known as? Number 9, winner of the Razzie Award for Worst Prequel, Remake, Rip-Off or Sequel, and cited as the 11th worst film sequel of all time by Comcast, which 2008 film was accused of demonizing the Soviet Union by the Communist Party of the Russian Federation. And number 10, the target of academic scorn for the many factual liberties it takes and for its distortion of the historical timeline, which biographical drama film won the BAFTA Award for Outstanding British Film in 1998. So once you have all of the answers to those questions, you can look through and see which actor appears in all of these movies. Who links all of these films? Who is it? Tell me. Find the link. Round 7 is your audio round. I'm going to play you some movie themes. I have scoured the internet for the absolute best rendition that I can find just for you, just for this quiz. It's often the main theme that you hear from the movie. I just need you to tell me what movie are these beautiful renditions from. Let's go. Round 8 is called Steamboat Willie to Scott Pilgrim. From questions 1 to 10, we go from 1920 all the way through to 2010. Every answer is the title of a movie from the 1920s all the way through to 2010. Let's go. Number 1. In Star Wars, C-3PO is heavily influenced by Maria, one of the first robots in cinema. But in which 1927 movie does she appear? Number 2. In 1939, which movie stirred controversy by casting a small-time British actress as the lead instead of a Southern-born American actress? Number 3. In 1948, Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger brought a Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale to life, starring dancers Moira Shearer and Robert Helpman. What was the film? Number 4, released in 1955, 1 month after the star's death, which movie follows teenager Jim Stark, his love interest Judy, and their friend Plato? Number 5, which 1968 film was inspired by the short story The Sentinel and incorporates a number of pieces of classical music? Number 6, the 1976 Scorsese movie that garnered a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for its 14-year-old star. Number 7, Brat Pack member Molly Ringwald starred in many John Hughes films throughout the 80s, including 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and Pretty in Pink. But which 1987 Hughes movie starring Eric Stoltz, Mary Stuart Masterson, and Leah Thompson did Ringwald turn down? Number 8, which 1990 film starring Meryl Streep and Shirley MacLaine was written by Carrie Fisher? Number 9, which 2003 film garnered its director the proud title of third woman ever to be nominated for Best Director at the Academy Awards? She did not win. Number 10, which 2010 film is described on Rotten Tomatoes as bleak, haunting, and yet still somehow hopeful? This is writer-director Debra Granik's best work yet, and it boasts an incredible star-making performance from Jennifer Lawrence. That was your Steamboat Willie to Scott Pilgrim. Your round 5 was smashing! It was your Tim Curry picture round. I hope you enjoyed looking at Tim Curry as much as I do on a daily basis. Here are your answers. Number 1, that was Frank-N-Furter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Number 2, that was Lord of Darkness from Legend. I will accept darkness. I will not accept devil. Number 3, that was Wadsworth from Clue. You do get half a point if you put the butler, but to get your full point, I am looking for Wadsworth. Number 4, that was Hexus from Fern Gully. Number 5, that was a rooster from Annie. Number 6, there he is in The Pebble and the Penguin as Drake. Number 7, of course, that was Long John Silver from Muppet Treasure Island. Number 8, this is from The Cat Returns and he plays the Cat King. I will also accept King Cat. Number 9, this is Scary Movie 2. And he plays Professor Oldman. I will accept Professor. And number 10, an absolute classic film. This is Garfield 2, A Tale of Two Kitties, and Tim Curry plays Prince. That was your Tim Curry smashing round. Your round 6 was to find the link. I gave you 10 questions to which there were 10 answers that were all films, and the link was the one actor that links all of those films. So let's get into the answers. Question 1. Which movie is original flavour in Edgar Wrights Cornetto Trilogy? Original is blue. It was Hot Fuzz, with strawberry being red for Shaun of the Dead and mint choc chip being green for The World's End. The blue one was the police one. It was original flavour. It was Hot Fuzz. Number 2. The legendary character was Robin Hood. Number 3. Peter Jackson, of course, directed Lord of the Rings. Number 4. Which movie saw Matt Damon lose 30 pounds and learn to play the piano? That was The Talented Mr. Ripley. Number 5. The price of salt is what went on to become Carol. Number 6. Twins, No Problem and Delirium appear in Coffee and Cigarettes. Number 7. Scorsese directed The Aviator. Number 8. Brunhilde is a fish princess, more commonly known as Ponyo. Number 9. What was that Razzie Award winner? It was Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And number 10. The 1998 winner for Outstanding British Film was Elizabeth. So now you have your answers. Can you find the link? Who is it that appears in all of those movies? Well, I'm here to tell you. The link was Cate Blanchett. Cate Blanchett appears in every single one of those films. Well done if you got it. Round 7 was movie themes. I played you some lovely renditions of famous movie themes and I needed you to tell me which movie they were from. I hope you enjoyed the renditions as much as I enjoyed finding them for you. Your answers. Number 1, that was Jurassic Park. Number 2 was Titanic. Number 3, that was from Rocky 3. Number 4, the Avengers theme tune. Number 5, that was Pirates of the Caribbean. Number 6, Star Wars. Number 7, that was Back to the Future. Number 8 was Chariots of Fire. Number 9, that was Mission Impossible. And number 10 was Lord of the Rings. You're welcome. Round 8 was Steamboat Willie to Scott Pilgrim. I asked you 10 questions from the 1920s all the way through to 2010. How well did you do? Let's find out. Number 1, Maria, the first robot in cinema, can be found in Metropolis. She herself can be found in La Cinémathèque in Paris. Number 2, they cast Vivien Leigh in the role of Scarlett O'Hara, much to a lot of people's disappointment, in Gone with the Wind. Number 3, that Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale through ballet was The Red Shoes. Number 4, Jim Stark, Judy and Plato can all be found in Rebel Without a Cause. Number 5, the Sentinel became 2001 A Space Odyssey. Number 6, that 14-year-old star was Jodie Foster and the film was Taxi Driver. Number 7, for fear of being typecast for the rest of her life, Molly Ringwald turned down Some Kind of Wonderful. Number 8, Carrie Fisher also wrote the book and she wrote the screenplay to Postcards from the Edge. Number 9, that 2003 film was directed by Sofia Coppola. It's gorgeous and it's lost in translation. And number 10, Jennifer Lawrence's star-making performance was Winter's Bone. That was your Steamboat Willie to Scott Pilgrim round. So that was your Film Nerds Film Quiz Volume 1. There's plenty more where that came from on its way to this YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the challenging and a little bit different quiz, then make sure to subscribe. I also run the Why This Film podcast. You can find all of the episodes up on the YouTube channel. And I run quarantine quizzes, which again are a little bit quirky and a little bit different. You won't find a sports round, but you will find some weird stuff. But it's fun. I enjoy doing it and I hope you enjoyed doing it too. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and we'll see you next time.